If you're a heat and air machine technician or even a salesperson, what playbook or what games are owners playing in your industry and service, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Okay, so one of the things that salespeople really struggle with is not understanding the level of playbook that others are working from. And it could be the buyer that you meet with. It could be the salespeople that you're selling against on your team. It could be the competition, use that term roughly. And it could also be the owners of the company that you work for. And I will share this with you. I would say 80-90% of owners in most industries are really good people, right? They want the best thing for their clients. They want the best thing for their employees. And occasionally you do end up with some people who are unsavory, which is an interesting word, or scumbags, which is even a more interesting word. So let's just go over this with my $12 whiteboard up at the top. You have team moral and ethics. I would say a good majority of companies out there work on team morals and ethics. Somewhere in the middle with team justification, we'll make it work. And then sometimes you deal with team lie, cheat, and steal. And I have seen over time and being around multiple industries that there are times where that justification model of if I don't do this, then turns people into, well, we'll let it slide this time. Commission gets position, profits cover sins, right? So that profits cover sins model, it'll eat a company up in anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. And sometimes you could take a really good company and bring in a really bad manager. Sometimes you could have a owner that goes through a change in their life, a divorce or a death, and they were on team morals and ethics, and then something happens. And they just go, you know what, money's more important than my beliefs, and then they cancel things out. And the reason this becomes super importante to you is because when somebody makes a promise to you and says, hey, dude, hey, chick, I want you to come work for my team, and I want you to be on my team, and here's all the things that we're going to do for you, sometimes those things are forgotten. And you have decisions that you got to make. Hey, look, do I stick with this company or do I move on? And sometimes it comes down to the conversation. Hey, what happened? What, like, not accusatory, but like, we had this arrangement, we had this agreement, and something's changed. Like, let's have this talk. And sometimes people will be like, we're not going to have this conversation. It is what it is. Sorry, poop rolls downhill, and you just happen to be at the 45-degree angle. You got covered. And you know, sometimes owners don't stick up for employees because the manager that they have is good. Sometimes owners don't stick up for employees because it was a money decision. And for you, you have decisions that you got to make, right? Like, you're coming, and this is where the mismatch is. Mismatch is like things don't add up. You're coming from ethics and morals and like, hey, here's where I'm at. And then you end up dealing with team lie, cheat, and steal. And it creates some confusion for you. You're like, wait a minute, I thought I was working for a good company. Wait a minute, I thought that this was the way that it was supposed to be. Wait a minute. Like, you know, and at this point, you've got some decisions to make. At this point, you should really take a look and say, hey, here's the direction that I'm going to take it. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Just go to that URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your phone number, your email address. I'll give you some cool stuff. You just got to be aware that at the end of the day, if your playbook, right, you're on ethics and morals up here, and their playbook is on lie, cheat, and steal, it won't be enjoyable for you. And you'll probably be encouraged to do some shady things. There's going to be a point where somebody comes to you and says, hey, I need you to do whatever. And I need you to bend your rules ethically. I need you to make this sale. I need you to call this buyer to this client and tell them whatever it takes to fix their problem. And in your mind, you're going to freak out, and you're going to go like, my playbook, my guide, my morals tell me up here, and you're asking me to play at this level. It's uncomfortable. There's been times where I've been asked to do stuff, and like, I'm coming from up here, right? And they're coming like, hey, we need you to play at this arena. I'm like, that's not a direction that I really want to go. You know, I was asked to leave an organization at one point because I didn't want to play down here. I was, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So, you know, at the end of the day, you have decisions. There are other good companies in your industry. There are other good services around you. And just be aware that at some point you're going to say, my playbook, my ethics and morals, team ethics and morals, doesn't match up with your team ethics and morals and your playbook. I'm uncomfortable with working here. It's just time for me to move on, right? And no regrets. No regrets. Good old Scotty P, right? No regrets. No regrets. Anyway, you got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.